If you're out there camping with the family and you're stuck inside on a rainy day, there's no doubt the extra space you get from a slide out is really, really nice, but they're not for everybody. There's a lot of people say, listen, we don't go camping to sit inside the RV all day. We want to get out there with our family. We want to spend our time outside. We want to let the kids get dirty. We want to get them disconnected from the tablets and the smartphones, and we want to get them reconnected back to being really present and doing face-to-face time and not digital FaceTime. So what I wanted to look at today is a collection of no-slide family camping bunkhouse models that I've bumped into over the last year that I just personally kind of liked. And it's not to say that these are the best ones out there, but they're ones that I personally like, that I could see my family camping in, and I thought I'd throw a handful of these together for folks who are maybe either, just getting started, upgrading from a pop-up, they're not sure what they want, they don't know if they want to go slide or no slide, and I wanted to springboard a couple options out here for you. And what we're going to do is see like about a 2 to 2.5 quick, 2 to 2.5 minute quick clip video of a bunch of these different things. And if you want to learn more about any one of them, I'm going to leave you a bunch of links down in the video description where you can check pricing, availability, and see a full-length video on anything that you're going to see today. So you're like, this is nice, but I need to learn more. All of that will be listed right there for you. And if you like how we kind of group this up for you to help, give certain buyer groups something a little more to cross-compare in one quick segment while you're sitting on the toilet with your phone, maybe, I don't know, hit that subscribe button. And these are in no particular order, they're just the order that I happen to slap them together in the video on, so enjoy. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV here, way late after hours at the Jayco Las Vegas display, getting you some updates here for the 171 Jayfeather. Everybody and their brother makes a version like this, so what's Jayfeather bringing to the table? Well, first of all, double the warranty of basically anybody else. They changed their roof construction this year, specifically on the Jayfeather Micros, but instead of their traditional wood truss roof structure, they've gone to a fully aluminum framed vacuum laminated roof structure on this, very, very similar to like a rockwood, effectively. They did a ton of testing on it, and they found that it was capable of the exact same load-bearing capacity while sneaking a smidge of weight out of the product. And every little bit of weight you can peel out of the product expands your cargo capacity. So that's a major, major update they put in these. There's a bunch of little decor kind of touch items, like they went to a cloth touch decor instead of the leatherette that can crack and peel on you. And it has a Scotch Guard, basically, type application on it to help keep spilled Kool-Aid from soaking into the stuff, but you don't want to like test that too hard. We have an enclosed underbelly on this too, which is a rare feature. Goodyear tires. There's the ability to have TPMS here. It's 7.5 wide, but also has double propane tanks. It's also a cargo bunkhouse. When that thing folds up, the bottom bunk can move bunk, get out the way in a fashion that's ludicrous, essentially. You either pick up that joke or you don't. But you can even fit like 2 folding e-bikes in there, let alone a good grill or something like that. There's a lot of cool qualities that go into this. It's got a couple things you're probably like. I'm willing to bet some folks are not going to like the way the front bed works out on this one. I'm going to try to share good with bad with everything in between. If you appreciate that candid approach, hit that subscribe button. And let's go. If you're trying to get your family out there just to make some memories and have some fun, but you don't want something bare bones basic, and you don't necessarily want a giant thing because you don't want to trade in your everyday driving vehicle, stay tuned. It might have a good fit for you. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, down here at Forest River today, where they were kind enough to just pull in a big old slug of Rpods for us, and this is the 200 model right here. It is a straightforward, no slide, 8-foot wide camper. Rpod body sizes range all the way from 6.5 foot wide up to these 8-foot wides, but if there's no slide, they go 8 foot wide to try to give you that extra space, but it is nicely under 5,000 pounds empty dry weight with tandem axles and factory standard tire pressure monitoring. Now, we are today looking at a Hood River edition, which is the Western built Rpod. For the most part, it's exactly the same, but on these you pick up a little bit higher ground clearance package with a more aggressive tire size. You also pick up a Max Air vent cover over the bathroom ceiling vent and a couple other little odds and ends. It's nothing really, really major. For the most part, an Rpod is an Rpod, whether it's made in Indiana or in Oregon. But I'll try to point out those differences as we go. A lot of builders have had a floor plan like this over the years. This is, I think, a very nicely detailed one. Most of the time when a builder makes a no slide camper, they're doing everything they can to cut corners and make it as cheap as possible. And they do all the same things on this that they do on all their other models, like that acrylic front window with the absolute radiant blocker, sun blocker, and bug screen kind of combo. This does still have a heated enclosed belly. The Hood River Edition also picks up holding tank heaters. There's another difference there. We still have a little mini outdoor camp kitchenette. This also has surprisingly decent campsite window coverage. It's a kind of camper I think you're going to spend more of your time outside than inside, but when you are indoors, you don't necessarily hate being in there the entire time. Also has that really handy cargo bunk area in the back where you flip the bunk out and you can give this thing a kayakoscopy straight up its backside, and still has a rear receiver hitch in case you want to add a bike rack or something on the back of it. It's a small camper that it's like a 10 pounds of sugar and a 5-pound sack kind of RV. It's got some hitches in its giddy up. I want to try to point out the good with the bad, and if you appreciate that, let me know what you think about it. And click the little like button on our video, subscribe if you're new with us, and let's get in there. What if you don't have a big giant monster machine camper? What if you don't need a couples camper or a bunkhouse? What if you got like a tow package SUV? There's not a lot of RVs that are fit for you out there. So, we made up our own. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV here with the very first of our new Go Lite series, exclusive to us at Bish's RV. This is a completely unique set of mini campers. It's a very limited floor plan family, but basically what we noticed is that there were people who had like the tow package SUVs, the smaller mid-size pickups, the fact that everything is always, here's a couples camper, here's a bunkhouse. What about the solo RVer? What about the family that just wants to spend their time outside and not inside? What about the single parent that just wants to take their kid out for the weekend? What about all of the people that the RV industry as a mainstream have just abandoned and forgotten because maybe it wasn't the biggest market segment? Well, we thought that kind of sucked. And we see people come to our stores all the time wanting to fulfill situations like I just described, and there just wasn't really a lot of solutions for them out there. So we came up with one. We're calling it Go Lite here. We partnered with Sunset Park RV, and this is an interesting little series. Now, this floor plan specifically was literally made with one of our own Bish's RV executives in mind. He was one of those people that despite all the RVs that we have available to us at Bish's, there was not one floor plan that really fit how he wanted to camp. He wanted to take his son out and go fishing on the weekends in the mountains around Idaho at their favorite spots. And there was never a camper that just really did what they wanted to do. They wanted small, but a lot of window coverage. They wanted good awning coverage. They needed sleeping, but they also needed cargo space. They wanted to have a little bit of a battery tender to keep the battery up and alive while they're off the grid a little bit. They needed some extra ground clearance. They wanted separate sleeping spaces. This is a totally one-off, unique floor plan that we've put together here that we looked at and said, what if we made a bunch of these? Would people like them? And this might totally fail. We don't know. We would love to hear from you. What do you like? What do you dislike? How could we continue to change, evolve, and improve this? Are there other floor plan concepts we should put in? As we go through this video, leave all that feedback, anything that you're willing, and let's see what we can come up with together. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV here at my Coldwater, Michigan hometown superstore with a model that came out last year that kind of caught me off guard in a very positive way. For the most part, if you would have said a no-slide 30-foot bunkhouse family camper, the same floor plan that everybody has been building for decades always comes to mind. And then this group comes up with something different. Now, one of the things that's a little confusing is that this is the FSX division of Salem and Wildwood. And what's funny is they actually... they're within the family, but they get to play a little bit by their own rules and make up their own designs. And there's a lot of people that have said, I have absolutely no use for a dinette. And they said, what if we got rid of it? And instead what they did is they kind of flip-flopped this thing around and they just made the entire campsite of the living area nothing but kitchen counter, prep space, and storage, and gave us a pretty nice picture window to keep an eye on the kids. And I don't know if you've ever camped with kids. When you're inside, sometimes it's nice just to be able to keep an eye out, whether it's for peace of mind or whatever the case may be. But they also gave it this gigantic big like multi-function lounge. Now it includes a floating table, so when it is time to feed the kid or something like that, you got a good place to do it. But you could also take that table outside. Now up front. One of the surprising things in this very private bedroom, which a lot of 30-foot bunkhouses don't have, is an Olympic queen bed. So it's a full 80 inches long, like your residential bed. It's about 6 inches wider, and you can't actually get sheets to fit that. Now, if you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, but I don't have any use for bunks, why didn't they just make that a giant rear bathroom? They did. They made a second version of this called a 233, and we're going to give it its own video. Today, though, we're looking at this 266 in detail, and obviously the living room and the bedroom, the general construction are going to be very, very similar, but they have a couple differences, like obviously the one has bunks and one doesn't. But we're going to go through this thing. We're going to hit on the things it does really well. We're also going to hit on the things it doesn't do or doesn't do well, so that you can decide if it's the right one for you or not. And if you appreciate that fair and candid look at things, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Hi everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Bish's RV. Welcome back once again with some updates to what I already felt was perhaps the best starter family camper out there. Literally, like if me, my wife, and my kid were going to get a camper today, no joke, the 26 BH Go Play is really in the top 3 of my personal nerd preferred list, and probably the one that I would end up going with because it's small. Well, it's under 30 feet, so it's not like the smallest thing, but it's no slides. It's simple, it's easy, it's a lightweight where a half-ton can yank this thing around pretty darn readily. It's got a taller ceiling, a bigger air conditioner, factory standard, no heat vents in the floor, no carpet, so very easy to clean, very pet-friendly. If I feel like bringing my dog and or cat with us or something like that. The belly's heated and enclosed, which is almost never done in an entry-level price point camper like this. Still has an outside gas grill, quick connect. It has a big front storage compartment and a lot of other good things. But what have we done to make it better? Because that was always there before. We have given it I call it a full facelift on the outside. I think this thing is looking great. There have been some interior redesign tweaks, but for the most part, we did the outside of this, I think, looks significantly better than it did before. There's also things like the storage under the bed. We've completely reinvented that, and I think it's so much better. And mark my words, you are going to see a bunch of brands copy what we have done here in this price point and in this segment. We've demonstrated that it can be done without blowing the price of the RV out of the water. Other people will do it. Our version of this, because a lot of builders have a version of this, ours has a full bedroom privacy wall. It's a major defining quality. Some have a half wall, some have no wall, and all of those have different benefits. But if you're looking for full maximum bedroom privacy, this is the one that accomplishes that. There's a couple little hitches in its giddy up as we go I want to kind of explain, but for the most part, I'm very happy with this thing, and I'd love to hear from you, because my opinion's one thing. You might be the person buying it. What do you think of it? Let us know, and let's get going. So, I'd be kind of curious to know which one of these was your favorite, or did you not see exactly what you're looking for? If you haven't quite seen something that's sort of tripping your trigger, drop me a comment, let me know what you're looking for, or if you're like, what about this model or that model? Maybe there's something I need to get recorded that I haven't had the chance to yet. And again, if you want to learn more about these, lots of links in the video description, whether it's pricing, full-length video with all the info, lots of wind today, sorry about that, holy cow. Short of that, if you appreciate what we're doing here for you, hit that subscribe button. And as long as you keep wanting to watch, I'll keep cranking out the content. So until next time, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.